Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Lunar New Year your Wood Dragon Lunar New Year reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Interesting. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands reversed, we have the Hierophant reversed, we have the Devil reversed, which we are represented by the Devil in the Major Arcana, which I think is rude, but I didn't choose it. Angels and Spirit Guides show me clearly, guide this reading. Okay. Then we have Justice reversed. Oh, everything is reversed. Okay, don't be worried. I know you're going to be thinking, oh my gosh, no, 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 do it again. And I would if I was that type of reader, but I'm not. So this is what we have. This is what was meditated on beforehand, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Is it all sunshine and bunny rabbits and just all of that? No, it's not. But what it is, it's very honest and it's very real. So, plus, I am mad at bunny rabbits right now because my dog tried to chase one down and hurt my arm. So, it's good that it's not all bunny rabbits. Okay, so what we're going to see here is that with the Ace of Wands reversed, this is going to be a time where God, Source, Spirit, however we see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of fire, of passion, of determination, of insight, of focus. All right, it is a wooden staff, right? And this is the wood dragon. So it's fire and wood. So very much the wood dragon energy coming forward. So what we're going to see here is that we're not quite ready to take the gifts that are coming our way, or we're kind of building up our gifts, kind of putting everything together. And that's going to be a beautiful thing. With the Hierophant reversed, we're going to be seeing that we don't want to be following the rules. Now, this is very different for us, Capricorn. We like to follow rules. We're ruled by Saturn. Rules mean a lot to us, and that's a great thing. During this time, now we can find that we have a bit of difficulty with Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, Libra energy, and Virgo energy. Very interesting that all the earth sign energies have come up. So just be mindful about this during this time. And also remember, Virgo time period, August 23rd to September 22nd, goes into Libra time period, September 23rd to October 22nd. So that can also be something to just, kind of have in your back pocket during this time. We will have a tendency to get in our own way. We will have a tendency to overthink, overanalyze, want it to be just so. Do be mindful of addictions, okay? It doesn't have to be the quote unquote normal addictions that everybody thinks of when it's like, drugs and alcohol and, all that other stuff. What Spirit is saying is be mindful of, being, I want to say overly obsessive during this year. It's like it has to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, it's not going out. You'll never be satisfied. You will not be satisfied. And this is going to be a time where we're going to be dealing with energies that are out of balance, but we're going to be finding balance within ourselves. We're going to first look outside. We're going to go out there and be like, okay, all the answers are going to come. It's going to come from inside. The world is reversed. Here it's called the universe. The world is reversed, which means that we have to look at the small universe that lives within each and every one of us. We forget to balance ourselves. This is going to be a year that makes us look and balance ourselves, that makes us find our harmony. Again, with the Hermit reverse, we're not going to want to turn inward. We're going to be like, over there. All the answers are over there. And that's great. That's great. It's not necessarily true. It'll be great for a bit of an adventure. If we wanted an adventure, this is the time for it. But we're going to find that we don't want to follow the same old, same old. We want to break chains that have been binding us down. And we're going to see that we break a lot of the chains that have been binding us down for quite some time. And we're stepping into our power and we're stepping into ourselves. So as much as when the cards were thrown, we could go, oh my gosh, what's happening? It's a powerhouse time. And we are embracing our own power and we're standing in ourselves, just with openness and honesty and absolute determination. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a heart in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on the 1st of March. So good luck to everyone. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box. It will not be me, okay? So the winner will be announced through a separate video, and all the instructions will be there. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, yeah, that's the right word, or healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. And also, by popular request, there is a mini reading that is up, a limited time mini reading. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have hope. I love hope. I love hope because hope keeps our world alive. It just does. You know, it was the only thing left when Pandora opened up her box. She gave hope and was left hope. So that's what was given to our world. There is an energy of healing here. There is an energy of connecting with our throat chakra and our voice and ourselves. So we're embracing our healing as we move forward towards what we desire, towards what we love, and towards where we need to be for us. So there's going to be a game-changing energy here as well. To remember our hope and to hold that close and sacred, that's going to be one of the best things that we can do for ourselves. Okay, but also connection with the heart chakra, also the throat chakra coming through during this time, and letting our hearts be filled with hope and our words be filled with hope. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay, this one just popped right out. It's one of my favorite. Holistic health. Holistic health can be tricky because you listen to people and they're like, I have the answer. And it's like, oh my gosh, everybody has the answer. And you all contradict each other, or it's contradictory. So here when we're talking about holistic health, it's our root chakra, but it's also saying holistically, when we listen to our bodies, what do we need? What are our bodies telling us? How do we need to move forward for us? What is important? So holistic health is saying, what is my body saying to me? And that is going to be a very important thing. Like I went on, this was like a year ago, I think, or more. I did a tannin cleanse, which was, when I was doing it, I was like, wow, it was awesome. And like for the first week, and then it was hard. I didn't like it. But what I did was I stopped because I drink a lot of tea, too much tea. And I had to stop. I had to cut that back. So I just decided to go completely cold turkey, which was horrible. It was one of my addictions. And here it was holistic health. It was like to embrace my health. I stopped eating fruits and vegetables, which I love, for like a month. It was terrible. Now, I don't recommend you do this. This is just what I did because I was a little bit wackadoodle. And I ate just meat, which I did not like. It was gross. But coming out of that, my body felt so much better. So listen to your body. You know, you don't have to do anything extreme like that. I don't think I'd do that again. But you can go on a candida cleanse, which I am looking at because, you know, if you've been on a lot of antibiotics in your life, that's a good thing to do. So here, listening to your body, listening to the things that make sense, releasing the things that don't, you know, always talking to your doctor, but seeing what's good for you, like that's going to be important. So embracing that holistic health and really stepping into our health and into ourselves and making that a priority, that's going to be really important. That is super important. Not just, you know, for the wood dragon, you know, Lunar New Year, but for all time. So just know that. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels, what Spirit wants us to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have 5 of Swords. So we're going to be facing battles that we have faced before. The thing is that we're coming to these battles as different people. So don't think, oh, I'm the same person, right? This is how the battle's going to go. It's like, no, I'm a different person and I get to win. I get to move forward, and I get to move forward in grace and in love and in harmony and in caring and in compassion. But I get to be a winner. And that's going to be super important here. So just embracing that during this time and knowing that there's nothing wrong with winning. You know, people say that the 5 of Swords is a sore loser, you know, and we can be dealing with a sore loser in our lives, yes, but there's nothing wrong with coming to a situation with different skill sets and seeing yourself achieve and succeed. That's a really good thing. So being aware of that during this time is going to be super, super important for us. With the Ace of Wands reverse, again, God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of passion, of fire, of determination, of focus. Now, a dragon, okay, so let's talk about this dragon year for a moment, this wood dragon year. Now, a dragon symbolizes power, nobleness, honor, luck, and success in the Chinese zodiac. So being aware of that energy, super lucky energy, super great energy during this time. A dragon year is epitomized by activity and reaction. So everybody's going to be very reactionary towards things, and everybody's going to be going and moving and going and moving. Now, wood fuels the element of fire, and the quality of the dragon is enhanced because of this, which I found this mind blowing when I read it. I was like, oh, wow, that's super cool. So this is a really intense year. It's just going to be. Everybody's going to be looking at not, okay, how can I build? How can I be successful? When we get to a point of enlightenment, yes, that's how we'll deal with this year or handle this year. But we're going to start off with being like, okay, what do you have? Because I want this, you know? And it's almost going to be, I can pillage it from somebody else. Then I've succeeded. I've won. Like, awesome me. So just be wary about this during this time, Capricorn, because we're going to see that we meet a lot of it. We're going to feel like, some things just aren't just. Some things just aren't fair. And justice reversed is we're coming to terms with that during this time. And we're going to see it. We're also starting a new 20-year cycle in feng shui is starting, and it will, of course, last till 2044. And we haven't seen the wood dragon in 60 years. So this is a rare experience in our lifetimes, like, to live through these different seasons in the lunar cycle. Now, we're going to see that the next 20 years, they're dominated by the element of fire and also the element of, well, it's not the element, it's the number 9. There's no elemental aspect to it. And what we're going to see is that the number 9, or what we're going to know from this, is that the number 9 is an auspicious number and it signifies completions of luck. So we're going to see ourselves completing a cycle, but moving forward in luck. We're very lucky, even though you might look at this and say, well, I'm reversed, so it means I'm not lucky. No, it doesn't mean that. It means what you're handling and what you're going through is you're releasing all the negative energy that has held you back and that has kept you chained. Because the devil in the upright position is our addictions. So we're going to be looking at that during this time and saying, I'm letting it go. I'm seeing what's sacredly important to me, and I'm releasing everything that isn't. And as I do so, I step into my power. I step into myself. I find me. I find the light in the forest. I find the calm within the chaos. Because remember, the devil is just simply a conglomeration of all nature gods. So it's sprinkled in with some spookiness, right? So just be aware of this during this time, and that we're finding our nature. We're finding our wisdom. We're finding ourselves. Fire is also related to life and power and comfort. So we're going to be moving towards that energy. The Hierophant reverse. Now this is Taurus energy. Now we can have a bit of difficulty with a Taurus if we have Taurus energy in our chart. If we have Taurus energy in our lives, we can find that we butt heads with them. But it's also, there's going to be this sense of resistance around, this is the way it has to be. We don't want to be told how it has to be. So being aware of this during this time is going to be super important to us. It's kind of like, I want to go and I want to expand. I want to see for myself. And with the devil reverse, right? We'll have a tendency to get in our own way. We'll have a tendency to have negative thoughts that want to hold us back. But we're also going to have epiphanies during this year that lets us release. And it's like, oh, oh, that's what I need to let go of. That's what was holding me back. Things have been out of balance, and we're going to see what has been out of balance for us. And with justice, again, Libra energy coming through, all right, we're going to be finding justice for us. We're also going to look at things, and sometimes we come to the conclusion that some things in life just aren't fair. Some things in life will break our hearts and will bring us to our knees. It's just what living does. And it's not fair. And, we wish we could protect ourselves from it forever, but we can't. And so here with justice, there's also a sense of being knocked off our stride, doubting and fearing. Solar plexus chakra, we can have upset stomachs during this time, right? So just be mindful about that. Your gut will be talking to you. Feed your gut well. Take care of yourself. That's going to be a very important thing. The universe is reversed. It's not about everything else, and it's not about everywhere else, though we can be drawn to all the chaos of the world. It's about connecting beautifully, calmly, and quietly to the universe that lives within ourselves, to our soul and ourselves and our imagination and our instincts and our ideas. We're going to see ourselves opening doors that we hadn't imagined could be opened, moving forward in ways that we didn't imagine we needed to move forward in, or we couldn't imagine we got to be a part of. And as we do so, we're going to see that we look at emotions that are out of balance. We look at things that are out of balance within ourselves. And we start to find a center, find a home, find a coming together of our life and of ourselves and of our instincts and of our ideas. And we'll go through a time during this year, during this lunar year, where things are just out of balance. And we're like, what the heck is going on? And then it all starts to come into alignment. We start to see it. We start to understand it. And by it, it's like we start to see us. We start to understand us. We start to be like, oh, I can do this. Oh, why not this? Like, oh, like these epiphanies come forward. And it guides us in a way we hadn't expected and we didn't know we needed. Yeah. Be mindful of trickiness during this year. You're going to call it out and you're going to be able to see it, but you are going to have, energies around you that want to just be a little bit tricky, a little bit sneaky. The Hermit reversed. In this deck, the Magician wears purple. The Hermit here wears purple as well. It's a medieval color of royalty. And here, those purple robes are well worn. So I always see this as the Magician. When you stand before, when life is shiny and new, right? Or you haven't experienced setbacks. You stand before the altar of your existence and you're like, yeah, I got this. I totally got this. And then as we go on, we go from number 1 in the tarot to number 9. And it's like, man, this road was hard. Man, this was intense. And we're going to see that here. We want to go outward. We do. We want to go outward. We want to be like, okay, it's all going to be over there. And Spirit's like, no, it's all going to be in you. It's all going to be in you. And it's like, once we get tired of the seeking outward, this year is going to be like, okay, I was waiting for you to come home. Because that's where the passion is. That's where the fire is. That's where the beauty is. And we're going to be finding that. And this year is going to be one of self-discovery, of beautiful insight, and of powerful dreams coming forward and coming into actuality in our own existence. Our subconscious spirit message is spiritual. Embrace the spiritual. We are going to think during this year, like we don't need the spiritual. Like we've got this all. We've got it all. And Spirit's like, that's cute. You need the spiritual. You need the spiritual. It's going to be one of the most important things. Dragons in our Western world. I don't know the stories of the Eastern world, but great harbingers of wisdom. I do know that with dragons. But in the Western world, they hold this wisdom, they hold this knowledge, but they hoard it away. It's for them. And this is going to be a time where we can see this wisdom, we can see this knowledge, we can connect with it. If we connect with our spiritual being and spiritual self, the spiritual element of this world, we have to stand not so heavy on this earth. Yeah. Our subconscious chakra message is abundance. This is the root chakra. Moving forward in abundance, moving forward in success, letting ourselves shine. That's absolutely beautiful. And knowing that at the root of us is abundance, is success, is prosperity. That's just a heartening thing to know. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Princess of Cups. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is the Page of Cups. This is, we can have emotionally, we can have temper tantrums at times, so just be mindful about this. We need to listen to our inner child. We need to listen to our heart. We need to connect with our emotions. We're going to think, no, I'm succeeding in achieving. I don't need all the mushy nonsense, emotion stuff. And yet, yes, we do. Now, if we have children in our lives, we can find that they kind of push our buttons emotionally at certain things. So just be mindful about that. It's going to bring up certain things where we're like, oh, I need to look at that, or oh, I need to work on that, or I need to, embrace love. And also just be mindful of people being childishly manipulative when it comes to emotions and love. So there's something there. I mean, you'll be able to see them. It's like a child manipulating a person. Like you're like, oh, dude, like I can totally see what you're doing. You're not as sneaky as you think you are. So just being aware of that is going to be important as well. And it moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the King of Cups reversed. And the King of Cups is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And what we're going to see here is that subconsciously we have a hard time trusting our hearts, which is a theme for this Wood Dragon year for everyone. We have a hard time trusting our hearts and letting our emotions shine through, of not second guessing ourselves or thinking, you know what, that's just nonsense or silliness or, foolishness. No, we're connecting with our hearts is going to be one of the most important things we can ever do. We also have difficulty with water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So just be mindful of that, if that energy, if it's in your chart or in your life. Okay. And you know what's interesting also with the earth sign energy, all earth sign energies coming forward, is that this year we might not feel as grounded as we like to. Like things feel more up in the air. So just be aware of that as well. Okay. And we could also rebel against being told what to do and being told how to do things. Now, let's end this reading with a meditation, the clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So, yeah. Oh, and so also know that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Capricorn, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.